Let's say China.
China.
There are next door neighbors, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
You go over to China.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump's statement, tweeting out insult to Angela Merkel. What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Yes, it is I, James Andrews, and you are listening to So This Happened, the daily news show where we will never be accused of being fair or balanced. And today we have conclusively entered the twilight zone. Last night, a politician punched a reporter in the face. Today, that politician is in an election to decide whether or not he will serve in Congress. And here is how it went down.
We'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have
Okay,
the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't.
Sick and tired of you guys. The last guy that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the guardian.
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
You'd like me to get the hell out of here, I'd also like to call the police. Can I get you guys' names?
Hey, you gotta leave.
He just body slammed me.
You gotta leave.
And there you go. So that was not actually an episode of Jerry Springer. That was indeed in the office of Republican Greg Gianforte. He was asked a question about the Republican healthcare bill by Ben Jacobs, a reporter for The Guardian, at which point, as you just heard, Mr. Gianforte got pretty angry, grabbed Ben in a headlock, slammed him to the ground, and according to reporters who were there from Fox News, began to punch him while he was on the ground. Almost immediately following the incident, Gianforte's campaign released a statement which read, "Tonight, as Greg was giving a separate interview in a private office, The Guardian's Ben Jacobs entered the office without permission, aggressively shoved a recorder in Greg's face, and began asking badgering questions. Jacobs was asked to leave. After asking Jacobs to lower the recorder, Jacobs declined. Greg then attempted to grab the phone that was pushed in his face. Jacobs grabbed Greg's wrist and spun away from Greg, pushing them both to the ground. It's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created this scene at our campaign volunteer barbecue." And that is a big pile of bullshit, since now we've heard the tape and clearly none of what was said in the statement was true, and the Fox News reporters who were there in the room also said, yeah, none of that is true, what Ben Jacobs said happened actually happened, and the Sheriff's Department in Montana also agreed, as Mr. Gianforte was charged with a misdemeanor assault and he'll be required to attend court between now and sometime in June. Even Jellyfish Boy, Paul Ryan, came out and said that Mr. Gianforte really needs to apologize for doing this, and it's not the kind of behavior that any human, let alone a potential congressman, should be participating in. Now, of course, there are a few Republicans who are standing by Mr. Gianforte and saying, well, we, the media, they're so evil and corrupt, they push our buttons. Well, you know what, this is sort of like when we were in school. Boys and girls, let me tell you a story. There was always that one kid there that just sort of pushed your fucking buttons, didn't they? And every once in a while you might hit back at them, and what happened then? You went straight to the headmaster's office and you got suspended from school. Now, the fact that he did this and caught this on camera is bad enough. The fact now that he still is in an election right now to decide whether or not the good people of Montana are going to send him to Congress, that is an entirely different story. And people of Montana, come on, man. Come on. Don't vote for this fucking idiot to go into Congress. There's enough morons on the Hill. We don't need another one. And now, I am very happy to report, we have some good news. Yeah, some good news to share. A federal appeals court today has dealt another blow to President Donald Trump's executive order that temporarily restricts travel from 6 Muslim-majority countries. That's right. Today, moments ago in fact, the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a lower court ruling barring the administration from suspending visas from those Muslim-majority countries. I can only imagine that Donald Trump is in Belgium right now, so angry. He is just going to be... His thumbs are on that phone and somebody is there going, Donald, slow down, brother, slow down. Oh, anyway, it's a great day. The travel ban is still banned. And today's winner of Stupid Things the Trump Administration Say is Ben Carson. Ben Carson today described poverty as a state of mind. And to find out if it really is, I decided to dig out my old Philosophy 101 textbook. There is a list in there of things that could potentially be a state of mind. I've been through the list. There are hundreds of states of mind. For example, despair, humid, pessimistic, hurt, petrified, pity, hysterical, playful, indignation, pleased, pleasure, infatuation, infuriated, possessive, inner peace, pride, provoked, dismal, dispirited, aggressive, agitated, amazed, distracted, distressed, dopey, puzzled, insecure, down, dreadful, relief, remorse, resignation. But you know what isn't there, Ben? Fucking poverty. Not a state of mind. No. But you know what state of mind Ben Carson puts me in? Flabbergasted. That's the word. Flabbergasted. It's a good word, actually. I should use that more. And in Europe, today Donald Trump joined NATO leaders at the organization's new headquarters in Brussels. The reception Donald Trump received was, chilly, I think. That might be a state of mind. We'll have to ask Mr. Carson. I'm not sure. But to understand why the reception was a little bit chilly, we have to understand the purpose of the meeting today. They were unveiling 2 memorials. The first one to the Berlin Wall, the second one to the World Trade Center. They had a piece of twisted metal from the towers there at this memorial. It was intended to be a fairly somber occasion where they would look at these 2 terrible things that have happened over the last quarter century. Well, Donald Trump took the idea of somber and turned it into this.
These grave security concerns are the same reason that I have been very, very direct with Secretary Stoltenberg and members of the alliance in saying that NATO members must finally contribute their fair share and meet their financial obligations. But 23 of the 28 member nations are still not paying what they should be paying and what they are supposed to be paying for their defense. This is not fair to the people and taxpayers of the United States.
Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump just gave everybody there basically a dressing down, and the looks on these people's faces is priceless. There were eye rolls, there were head shakes, there was even a little bit of a smirk on one or two of the leaders' faces. But the best moment was when Angela Merkel took to the stage and made a not-so-subtle dig at Donald Trump. Listen to this. The woman is spectacular.
Our alliance is united in the awareness of the importance to cooperate, to insist on freedom, and we also are united in the trust that it is not isolation and the building of walls that make us successful, but open societies that share the same values.
Yes, so there she is, Angela Merkel. It is not the building of walls that make us successful. You know what? Let's give Angela Merkel, Trump Vaders, round of applause. Oh, yes, yes. Well played, Angela. Spectacular. Beautiful. This is nice. Trump Vader is going to be very jealous if he can hear this. This is ridiculous. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And so there's Donald in Brussels, and what I think that shows is that there is going to be a distinct difference between the United States of America under Donald Trump and the European ideas. From the faces of the people today, it is clear that they miss Barack Obama's vision for America. Donald Trump's vision of America first is slightly alien to the European way of life, whereas Barack Obama's was much more in line with it. It's going to lead to some, well, I think probably fairly rocky waters in the near future, and we'll see what happens there. We'll be watching it with interest. But today was really not a day for dressing down these NATO leaders. They have already agreed to pay the 2% of their GDP towards military. It's just a question of finding how to do it. Donald Trump didn't need to go there today doing, come on, fucking give us your money, give us your money. That was unnecessary, I feel. And speaking of unnecessary, because a few days ago I mentioned it, and I wasn't going to mention it again, but Donald Trump again today said, those terrorists are losers because that's what they are. Stop saying losers. It makes you sound like a moron. I kind of let it go on the day of the Manchester attacks because, there was some emotion there, but you've had time to process it now and you're still calling them losers. This isn't fucking high school, Donald. Come on, man. Somebody, just tell him, don't say losers because it makes you sound like an idiot. Everybody around the world looks at you and goes, oh, you're an idiot. Stop it. Stop saying losers. And finally, a US teenager has been told that she is not allowed to attend her graduation ceremony because she has been deemed immoral by the school. Maddie Runkles, who is 18 and attends a small private Christian school in Maryland, was told that she will not be welcome at the June 2nd event because of her immorality. This has caused quite a stir on social media. Many people jumping to Maddie's defense, saying, look, Jesus forgived people. Isn't that the Christian way? Why are we punishing this girl because she made a mistake? Well, the school has hit back and said, well, we have a very strong code of morals, and one of the big ones is you cannot have sex while attending the school. She did. Therefore, she is not welcome at the ceremony. Her parents are throwing a big alternative party for her at their house, which is very nice. But I think, and if anybody out there knows Ms. Runkles, I would like to suggest an alternative. Perhaps you could go to the school board and say, look, an angel came to me in the middle of the night, and I am now with child. Anyway, that's all we have time for today. I will chat with you tomorrow. You can always follow me on Twitter at SoThisHappened. If you like what we're doing, hit subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, wherever you're listening to this. And have a great evening. Ciao.